Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes, a program that has been built on flash, excitement, swagger, even once a goal turnover chain. But the fundamentals of this program, substance. We'll have plenty of substance and swagger from the Canes today. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the AAC, the UTSA Roadrunners, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Miami's offense takes the field to start this game off. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
Yeah, what a good job by the pass rush, getting to the QB and putting a lick on him as he's throwing the football. That's what you want. It doesn't matter about sacks. You got to get quarterback hits.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 24. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And he needed a little bit wider field as that one falls out of bounds.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots. You soften up the coverage. You get those safeties playing deep. That's going to open up your running game later on.
To the air. It's Ward. They've got the screen set up. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big 3rd down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
And the Hurricanes decide to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The Roadrunners offense has its first opportunity of the day. Typically, the last thing a defense wants is to have a backer on a wide receiver, but we may see some of that today, guys.
Typically, you don't see linebackers that can run like this guy, and that's why they feel okay letting him cover this dynamic wide receiver one-on-one.
Yeah, and feel okay. It's not going to be a good thing. You better get your hands on him early. Put your physicality. Let that win. It ain't going to be your speed.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
The Roadrunners want to move quickly. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Offense trying to go with some misdirection in the run game to the boundary, but the defense was there. They're able to corral the back behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. They're setting up the screen. Running with power. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon. You're seeing that here early.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Looking for a man. It's McCown. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
And the Roadrunners are marching down the field. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
The Roadrunners with the 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Now 2nd and 10. Using his legs, it's Henry. Just a 1-yard gain leaves him with 3rd and 9.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, going up top. Getting some heat. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
UTSA 3, Miami 0.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Got the quick completion. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on 1st down.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Looking down the middle. Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
And I tell you what, those slant routes, they're timing routes, and those are really hard to get your hand on the football. Nice job by the defender seeing it, reacting to it, and getting his mitten there to knock it down.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Pocket starts to collapse. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front four to get the job done on third down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
The Hurricanes will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He's got great speed. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. Trying to get to it. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking downfield, it's McCown. Grabs it in the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
And the Roadrunners will hustle to the line. They'll run play action. They're trying to get to it. And he can't escape, and down he goes. How frustrating for an offense to not only see the extra defensive back with the dime package, but still have their quarterback get hit.
Yeah, when you go down, this is a passing situation. And if you're a defensive lineman, I'm pinning my ears back. I'm not playing the slightest bit of run. I don't care if they run the football. I'm getting to the quarterback. Nice job understanding that, rushing the quarterback and getting him on the ground.
The Roadrunners will send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Fast motion from the offense. Now the play fake. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Back to pass. It's Ward. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. UTSA takes over, and the offense ready to hit the field. Off play action on 1st down. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
And I know most offensive coaches, they're going to be thrilled taking all these 50-50 shots against man coverage. I don't know, though, if they want to keep testing that defensive back. He has been on fire.
The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Wide open downfield. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
And that is a different collision. When you're trying to hit the tight end after he catches the football, this ain't a 185-pound wide receiver. Most of these guys, 240, 250, 260, try to go low, take out those ankles. And you see a lot of times that's when they hurdle or they're used to it too, but those big, strong athletes are hard to get to the ground.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
And the Roadrunners want to crank the tempo. Looking to pass. It's McCown. Feeling some heat. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. The play action fake. Caught in the backfield. It's Henry. They get him down after he makes the catch.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Dances away from the heat. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground.
Yeah, and the QB decided to take it himself. He got a little bit of pressure, you can see, and decided to take off, scramble, and couldn't get the first down. And now it's 4th down decision time. No matter where it is on the field or what the distance is, you know there's a chance. We still might go for it.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect.
That makes the score UTSA 6, Miami 0.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
You know the saying, no risk it, no biscuit. If you want big plays on offense, you've got to be able to take shots. They didn't hit that one, but moving ahead in the 2nd half, expect this offense to keep dialing them up.
After the misfire, now on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Dropping back, it's Ward. Quickly out to the tight end.
On a big 3rd down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
And the Canes send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. slips through the line. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, David.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Clark. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, and they force a negative play.
The Roadrunners come to the line in the hurry-up. Caught in the backfield, it's McCoy. Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into the run.
How bold will they be on third down after that last run? Back to pass, it's McCown. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Across the 25, he's got room. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
He's looking to throw it. Grabbed in the middle. It's McCoy. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. A penalty on the play, and it looks like offensive pass interference. He's looking to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close. At the end of the quarter, guys, it's UTSA holding the edge. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats.
Miami, 0.
They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
And I think fans get upset sometimes. Like, run your route past the sticks so we get the first down. But nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the 4th down.
It is perfect.
That makes the score UTSA 9, Miami 0.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive.
Kick this one away.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Power football with the run. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Winds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
Third down coming up.
When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Pressure coming. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
Coming up.
And a nice play by the defense. 3rd and short, you're thinking run most of the time, but a really nice job playing tight on the wide receivers, playing the pass and giving no space for the offense.
And the Canes will line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. Leaves it with the back. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
And the Roadrunners moving quickly to the line. On the option. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the 1st down.
And a lot of coaches put a lot of emphasis on situational type running, right? When it's a goal-to-go situation, short yardage situation, like when I need to run the football and they know I'm running the football. Right there, haven't had a lot of success, but I needed a few yards to get the 1st down. Great job by the offensive line, creating some space and getting the 1st down.
Caught behind the line. It's Clark. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And on 2nd down for this offense. Back to throw, it's McCown. Unloads to the wideout. Fires and picked off. Got some room to run. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Hurricane. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's McCown. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
The Roadrunners are in the hurry-up. They'll throw it on first down. Coming after it. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. They try to pop a run on the draw.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. They're such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Quick release by the QB. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Roadrunners are rolling down the field. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
No huddle here for the offense. To the air, it's McCown. Gets it out fast. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He'll pull it down and run. On the move at the 30. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
Looking to move it through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Barnes. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
And as a defensive guy, it's so hard to cover these running backs out of the backfield because it starts to go to the flat. Oh, no, I got to go cover him, and then boom. He hits that angle route, cuts right inside, gets inside of me, and now I'm just chasing him, trying to get him on the ground. Nice route by the offense.
He's looking to throw. Moving away from pressure. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Man, I love the decision-making right there. Like, drop back the pass, look for your shots. You don't see it, tuck it, get positive yards. Makes the next down even easier. That is a great heads-up, early down play for this QB.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll run it. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Trying to push their way into the end zone on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UTSA! That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn, and that's what we just saw in that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they are executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
The extra point is good, and they have a 9-point lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Set to kick this one away.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. The give to the back. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. While the Canes are known for big-time playmakers, tough physical running is part of it too.
Yeah, you got to be able to have a team that not just is about sizzle, and we've seen so many Miami teams about sizzle, but some substance with some physicality, the run game.
They'll ride the hot hand. Still running at the 40. Open runway ahead. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
I mean, goodness gracious, you could have driven a semi-truck through that hole. Nobody touched him. This was an easy run. This is the easiest 40-plus yard run you will ever see.
After that huge play, they've now got it inside the 30. It's 1st and 10. They move the tight end all over. They'll run it from the gun. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves the change for the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Defense there to stop him after a pickup of 2 down to the 15.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Looking to throw, it's Ward. He's right on target. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
And that's a really nice route by the wide receiver, just understanding I got to win right now. I got to get inside of that guy, and I know I'm going to get contact. You run over the middle of the field on a slant, you're going to get hit. Nice job securing the catch, making the play.
They'll try to get the first through the air. Got it! Moving toward the end zone, and the ball is free. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
It's raining in this game. It's making the football slick and slippery. And you know ball security is going to be a massive issue. Both coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams in the locker rooms before taking the field. And these guys really need to do a better job of holding on to the football.
UTSA takes over and the offense ready to hit the field. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
The Roadrunners want to pick up the tempo. Looking for a crease. It's Barnes. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Pinned back in their own end, a 3rd and short from the 16. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Looking deep down the right side. And the pass hits, picked off. Looking for more room. And he was weaving his way and finally brought down around the 23-yard line.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. When you're playing from behind, you can't afford to give it up the way they did the last drive, David.
No doubt, you cannot give the football away. Again, turnovers are the biggest stats in winning and losing games. You're behind, Palmer. Take care of the ball, but we got to go get a score here.
Yeah, and they just got to do a better job executing. I like the game plan so far for them, but they just need to go out and do a better job connecting the dots.
And the Hurricanes are threatening in the red zone. Grabbed behind the line. It's Arroyo. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
The Hurricanes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Movement here from the tight end. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Cade! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Off the play fake on 1st down. It's complete to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
The defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Looking for a man. It's McCown. Got his man in the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Roughing the pass. Defense.
Look, you want to make the quarterback feel you. You want to get pressure in his face. That was so close, but just a tad late. They're bringing heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some... just getting after the passer. Dialing up a second down pass play. Got it in the middle, it's McCoy. That play won't make the highlight reel except in the coaches' meetings as he works his way to the 39.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coming. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Roadrunners will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Just over 30 seconds to play here in the first half as they take over 1st and 10. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. This offense has a second down play. To the air, it's Ward. Got him downfield. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Trying to find his man on first down. Getting some heat. Got a man, it's Martinez. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Terrific job not just settling for the negative play and getting it to the running back.
Yeah, and you're supposed to go through your progressions, and you're obviously wanting to attack down the field and make a big play, but a lot of times when you dump it off to the running back, he can make something happen. And you're right, get something positive out of it instead of taking a sack.
Pocket starts to collapse. Finds his man, it's Little. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. So look at this, they're sending out the kicker to try along. And he missed it, no good. Still down by 2, chance to take the lead out the window, guys, tough break there.
Listen, he's a guy that makes 60-yarders in practice, so they give him that opportunity with his big leg. He misses it. The opponent didn't set up the return, so they're going to get the football back now. A pretty good field position. There's still a few ticks left on the clock. They've got a chance to steal some points here late in the half.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. To the air on first down. He lobs one high down the left side. And he's got it inside the 25. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific start from there in beautiful Miami Gardens. And you know, in a day where the spread option and air raid are the offenses of choice, how nice is it to see the 3 yards and a cloud of dust approach? Although we've also seen some runs go for a lot longer. Physical offensive lines coupled with great backs is like a throwback to the olden days, and that's refreshing. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in the shadows of South Beach.
And the Canes will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. UT UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. The Roadrunners racing to the line in the hurry-up. He'll keep it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Anytime you play this offense, the challenge is stopping this quarterback from running the ball. You've already seen in this game, he's been able to break off a few runs and do some nice things. That time, though, the defense had his number and tackled him for a loss.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Trying to get to it. A little screen to the running back. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable 3rd down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Nice job by this defense. That's the way to set the tone in the second half. First drive, get him in a 3rd down, get the sack, get the football to your offense. That is how you get back in this game really quickly.
And the Roadrunners will punt it away on 4th down. He'll bring it back. It's Restrepo. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Scanning the field. It's Ward. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Oh, man, the big fellas, they usually have the soft hands. Your security blanket is your tight end, but that one hit him in the hands, and he just couldn't pull it in.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And that is an excellent punt as it lands out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum.
Going for the big play. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. Drives into the pile just to pick up a 1. They'll spot it at the 10.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mid. They put 1 mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. The sure hands, it's McCoy. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. Their third down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
The Roadrunners will call on their punt team. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He gets a block. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the field.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. They'll run it. It's Martinez. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down marker.
And the Canes line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Makes the grab on the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
3rd and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep. Back to throw, it's Ward. They're trying to get to him. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. The ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. It's good. He's going to hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And with that, they've taken the lead. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
And the Roadrunners headed quickly to the line. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Feeling some heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for it. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. Looking downfield, it's McCown. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. It's caught, and he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage, looking down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the 1st down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
The Roadrunners line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Awesome job by the defense. Not only getting the fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I build rails. I can't let him outside. I got to keep him in the pocket. He tries to get outside. They get the sack and get the huge loss on that play.
3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Going downfield for the big play. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
The Canes will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. UTSA takes over, and the offense ready to hit the field. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
This is just so demoralizing. You want to talk about taking a game over. That's what this defense is doing right now. They are just winning in the trenches. They're easily the more athletic and more physical unit up front, dominating this O-line.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. Wants to throw. It's McCown. Coming after him. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect their quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect their quarterback a little bit better.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep him away from that 1st down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those 3rd down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit.
Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. They'll keep it on the ground, off right tackle. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Those are the kind of plays in the second half you have to make. This back has had plenty of success. He's gotten a lot of touches. Now, defensively, we got to show him things are about to be different.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Keep it on the ground. Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on 3rd down.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Looking to throw, it's Ward. Gets it to the back. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down.
I don't know about the play call there, guys. 3rd down, they're throwing it behind the line of scrimmage, seeing if this guy can do something once he has it in his hands, but a better job of pursuit and tackling defensively, now setting up 4th.
And the Hurricanes decide to punt it away. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. They've had to punt the last couple of times they've had it, David, now trying to put something together.
Well, Reese, you know how much I love punters and kickers. Like, you don't want to see them very often. Those are not guys that we want to see on the field. We want to do something else and be a little bit more productive offensively here.
I think, David, on this drive, the quarterback's just got to settle down. These last few drives, looks like he's seeing ghosts. We've seen him force the football. He's missed a couple of throws. He needs to just take a deep breath and play within himself.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
And the Roadrunners in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Setting up the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The Roadrunners will punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
They'll go to work on 2nd down after doing damage on the ground. Back to throw, it's Ward. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
Quarterbacks love receivers that can do damage once they have the football in his hands. No doubt there. Easy slant, completion, and then let your receiver go make hay once he has the ball.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. He's going to pass. The short hands, it's George. He is going nowhere. He stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They're going to run it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Maybe that stop shows this defense is tightening up, especially in the run game. The offense, frankly, they've been able to do whatever they want to do. They're just handing the ball off. This guy's having success left and right. No, sir, no mas. Get it together.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
fourth down.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
The Hurricanes will send out the punt unit.
On to kick it away.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. UTSA takes over and the offense ready to hit the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Looking to throw, it's McCown. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
And the Roadrunners want to move quickly. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Buys a little time with his feet. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He'll try the left side. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. With jet sweep pass. Oh, look out, the ball's free. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You've got to do a better job of ball security.
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Hoping to help their kicker out with a few yards on 3rd down, because from here, it will be a 58-yarder. Catch in the middle, it's Barnes. They didn't get a ton of yardage there, but they're really effective at using the back out of the backfield, and they do it to get the first down here.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Open space at the 25. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
The Roadrunners will hustle to the line. Might as well give it to him again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And when you run the counter play, you're really hoping to bust that thing inside. You want to fake one direction, pull a guy, kick him out. But you can tell, great job by the defense making that thing low. Go a little bit outside. Now, guess what? All the Cowboys coming. Everybody can run to the football. Everybody gets into play. Nice job by the defense.
Using his legs, it's Barnes. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on 2nd in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up 3rd and short.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to get it through the air, using his feet to buy time. Touchdown, Roadrunners! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
They'll line up to go for 2. To the air, it's McCown. They're bringing heat. Looking to convert the 2, and he will not. The defense gets to him with the sack.
UTSA 22, Miami 17.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Leaves it with the running back. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. Still on his feet at the 45. Hit the afterburners, kid. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Miami. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
How nice is it to know, man, late in the ball game, when I need it, I can keep the football on the ground, not get super complicated, pound the rock, get in the end zone, and take the lead.
Up by 1, they'll try to get the deuce and make it a field goal edge. They'll try to slam it in. Jumped on top of the pile.
I like the decision right there. You're winning by 1. You're trying to go for 2 to make this a field goal game. Even if you kick the extra point, the other team kicks a field goal and they still got the lead. That was the right decision, just couldn't execute.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. To throw, it's McCown. He finds his man.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
And the Roadrunners want to crank the tempo. They believe they can run right here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, to get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Snares it outside. It's Clark. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. And that's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Got it behind the line. It's Barnes.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. They're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Six-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. The play fake. Buys a little extra time. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
The Roadrunners are moving quickly down the field. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
The name of the game is protecting your quarterback. He can't have success or complete passes on his back. Let's get the quick passing game going, maybe hand the football off. Whatever we're doing, let's go the opposite direction.
After the big first down sack for the D, it's 2nd down. Dropping back, it's McCown. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Those defensive linemen have tents in the backfield. Goodness gracious, they're camping out back there, hitting the quarterback time and time again. When you sack him this much, of course he's going to be flustered. Of course he wants to get rid of the football.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
And the Roadrunners come to the line in the hurry-up. They go to the ground. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Up-tempo for the offense. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. And guys, a perfect opportunity here to take the lead late. Trying to pound it in. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Yeah, What a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
After getting nothing done on first down, 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Needs to get it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the new quarterback.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Just drives it between the uprights. And they've regained the lead.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the 4th quarter to take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all the pressure, with all the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Wants to throw on 1st down. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Screen pass just not working there, and you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
To the air, it's Ward. Gonna take a shot. He holds it in and nobody's close. And he's brought down after a huge completion. These 2 guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
And the Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give on the counter. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Has to uncork this one off his back foot.
Well, the offense is sending a very clear message. They didn't hit that play, but they've shown they've got the quarterback with the arm talent, and they've got the wide receivers with the speed. They are going to try and take shots and take the top off this defense. So if you're the secondary on defense, you know right now you're going to be in your back pedal and you're going to be turning and running a lot throughout the course of this game.
Getting some heat. Pocket starts to collapse. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. The number one job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
And the Canes send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. And the offense is really backed up as this ball is down at the 5. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Looking for a man. It's McCown. Quick strike complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the 4th, and the Brain Trust will go to work. Quarterback on the keeper. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking for a gap. It's Barnes. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Line gets set. 1st down. They'll leave it with the lone back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. He's looking to throw. He's got an open man. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Ward. Trying to get to him. Makes the grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
Tell you what, coaches want you to do your best work late in the ball game. He did his best work. Great job taking off. Biggest run of the day after grinding this game out, makes it explosive. Now trying to put this game in a good situation.
And they are coming out for what will be a huge field goal attempt. And this to take the lead, and it's getting late. Smashes it between the uprights. They have taken the lead, and the final seconds, guys, and the celebration has erupted on the sideline. That last field goal put them on top. They're feeling good, but they can't relax yet. Have to cover this kickoff well. From inside the 15, here comes the return. They bring him down. A last gasp effort on that return comes up empty, and that's going to do it for this one.